So when is the Tesla stock going to stop falling and when will it finally turn around again? Let's talk about all the potential catalysts and the events that must happen before the stock can rebound. Joining us to help us do that is Randy Kirk. Randy is a best-selling author. He's written 10 books and a serial entrepreneur with 20 businesses under his belt. So he's in the middle of writing a trilogy of books on Elon Musk and Tesla. So his books, The Elon Musk Method and The Elon Musk Mission, have both already been published, and he's in the process of writing the third book soon. So Randy, welcome, and tell me, do you have the knowledge to tell me what needs to happen before we see the stock rebounding again?
Yeah,
Please.
it's been a tough year. A tough year. Everybody's feeling it, and boy, it really has shown what can happen emotionally when people have been riding the wave and thinking they're geniuses, and all of a sudden they're not such geniuses when things are going the opposite way. But I do have a take. My take is, as usually happens, my take is quite a bit different than everybody else's. I will give some credit for the current downs, the current price of the stock to things like the Twitter purchase and the sale of stock. But I mean, to give an example, yeah, sure, Elon took some money off the table. That means there's less demand, dollars chasing a static supply. But generally speaking, that works its way out over time. There's a point at which that money gets replaced by somebody else's money. So these are, for me, these are transitory. They might be very good news headlines that cause a momentary emotional reaction, but they have nothing to do with the fundamentals. And the fundamentals couldn't be better. I can't think of a way, people that are sitting there complaining about Elon Musk, I can't think of anything he could have done last year that would have been better than growing the company at 40% in sales of automobiles, over 45% in production of automobiles. And that doesn't count all the other divisions that are growing and doing better in a rough year. And no company of this size has ever grown that fast consistently in history. So people are putting down Elon, and I'm wondering, how can you put this guy down when you've got those kind of metrics to look at? I'm sorry,
Okay.
I can't figure
I
it out.
will have to interrupt there because I had the exact same thought and the exact same feeling,
Yeah,
except until January of 4th or 3rd when we saw the delivery numbers. So here's what I was going to ask you, right? In
yeah.
the end of 2022, in the last 3 months, when he bought Twitter, Tesla stock fell dramatically, right? It was doing okay with the macro environment. It was falling just like all the others, but it didn't fall as much. Then it fell just outsized fall, free fall since the end of the last 2 months. Why? Is it
So,
because of Twitter and Elon Musk?
mhm.
Is it because of China demand, concern of what's coming in China demand? And is it because of is it macro? Like Elon
Yes.
and others are still saying that the last 2 months was also because of macro. What's your take on that? What would you ascribe to it? What percentage on all those three?
Yes, yes, and yes. The
Okay.
macro was certainly, I think, the biggest part of it because there's a definite risk-off environment. We were at 1,200 when there was a risk-on environment. Everybody was, go, go, go. Let's take some risk here because it looks like it's going to go to the moon. Right now, we're in a risk-off environment. People are like, no, I'm going to put my money in treasuries rather than take a risk right now. I'll wait.
Yeah.
I'll wait till I think it's a bottom. I'll wait till things are on the way back up. I'm not interested in risking my money right now. So you have the risk-off environment. You have the end of the story of a story stock. And when I say the end, you have the end of the first chapter or the end of the first book of a story stock. So Tesla has been a story stock for the last at least 4 years. And the story got interrupted. The story got interrupted by a lot of things. But when the narrative changes, you overshot on the first leg. You overshot. 1,200 was crazy. 1,250 was crazy. That was an overshoot. But
Yeah.
when you've got that kind of a story stock, then you're going to overshoot on the downside too. And I think that's where we are right now. The current value of the stock on the market to me, and I've been watching the stock market, I don't even want to say how long, because then it's going to give away my age and nobody wants to know that. So
Yeah.
let's just say since I was 17 years old, I've been playing the stock market. And I've never seen a stock in my entire life that's been more undervalued with a greater potential than Tesla right now. Nothing close. There was a couple of times when Apple was in this position, a couple of times when Amazon was in this position, but nothing close to a company who has a trajectory of growing their profits at over 50% a year for as far as you can see. And it's $100 a share. And I mean, it's valued at these numbers. The PE is 17. It just makes no sense.
Yeah.
Awesome. Click the link below to get your paperback, Kindle, or audiobook now.